Hey, all right. Everyone, how you guys doing tonight, today, wherever you're from in this beautiful world? We have another, it's Beer and Cheese Tuesday. I want to welcome my panel. Thanks, guys, for being here. East Coast LQ Reviews, Tanner here. We got Miscellaneous Brew Reviews and Bumpy Road Brewery. And thank you guys for being here. Appreciate it. And thanks to the chat. We got Jammer, Fan, and Mark. Cheers to you guys, and cheers to anyone that pops in. As you know, we're just going to be review cheese and beer. This one was a designated one. I stay tuned for another designated one because these are fun. We're doing New England or Hazy IPAs tonight. It could be a double, triple. I don't care what it is. Bring it and put it with the cheese. So, all right, here we go. Let's bring up Tanner.
Just finishing cutting some of my cheese. So I'll show the cheese first. I got Habit, Vermont, extra sharp, naturally aged 1 year cheddar cheese. It says premium selected, a classic Northeast extra sharp cheddar, slow aged for a rich, robust bite. Here's the cheese I got on my cutting board.
Nice.
Cut some up. And then for my beer, I got Nelson Pulp Daddy. This is another Greater Goods. The America's first all imperial brewing company. So this is like a double New England, 8% alcohol by volume. Says Nectar of the Hop Gods, juicy hazy New England IPA. So this is different from the regular Pulp Daddy. This is a Nelson Pulp Daddy. It says at first pour, taking the citrus and white grape notes of New Zealand Nelson Sauvin hop in Nelson Pulp Daddy. Dive deeper into the Southern Hemisphere hop experience for a tropical fruit salad flavor, followed by a soft yet crisp finish. I thought this would pair really well with cheese because that white grape note, like wine and cheese goes really well. So I thought this would work perfect. Cracked this open. I got my IPA glass here. And we'll check this out. Actually pretty excited for this one. The only problem is I got a canned on date that's kind of faded, so I can't even tell when this was canned on. But 17 for a 4-pack, a little bit more expensive than the regular Pulp Daddy. Let's check out that 4. I was actually drinking one of the other Pulp Daddies when I did a review. I gotta upload it. Oh, there's a lot ahead. And there was a lot of sediment in the other one. Yeah, it looks really good. Nice, super hazy, like golden orange, really thick white head. As you guys can see, it almost overflowed on me. But I'm actually pretty excited for this pairing. Like I said, that white grape note, I'm guessing will work really well with some cheese. Thanks for having me here, man. Cheers.
Yeah. Looks great. Cheers, man. Right on. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. Yeah.
All right. Cheers, man. Yeah. Me and the guy on the couch. Yeah. So, I've got a Gouda from Hawthorne Creek Creamery. They're out of Hawthorne, Florida. I have no idea where that is. Never heard of it in my entire life, and I've lived here forever. So, this has unpasteurized cow milks in it. Jersey cows is where they get the milk. Yeah. Show you the cheese. It was spendy. $13.20 or $30 a pound.
Oh.
Why not? I don't know. Something different. I always try to get some different stuff. So there's a Gouda. I cut different this time. Whatever. Smells fantastic. As for the beer, Bumpy sent me this one, so thank you. I've got something here from Modest Man Brewing Company. This is made in Keene, New Hampshire, 8.5%. This is the COA, the Mega. Yeah.
Nice.
What is it? Citra and Mosaic. It's got some cheater tips on the back, but I'm excited about this one. Bumpy always got good things to say. Yeah.
That's how I should have poured mine.
2 fingers, white. Nice looking, very hazy, juice bomby looking.
Yeah, that looks thick, huh?
Wow. Yeah, it smells like what it says it smells like.
Nice. Like great. Yum yum.
Yeah, dude.
Cool, man. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Miscellaneous. Here we go, Bumpy.
All right. So once again, there's people over, so I will do the best I can to keep on talking. The cheese I'm bringing is from Finlandia. This is a cheddar Gruyere. It's free of any artificial hormones, so only natural occurring hormones in my cheese. So it's a blend of tangy cheddar and smooth Gruyere. It says it pairs with IPAs right on the packaging, which is cool. I started noticing that on some of the cheeses. They're starting to include what they pair with beers as well as wines.
Ain't that
So,
something?
yeah, so I sliced it up here. I got Sadie by my side. She already had a little piece of cheese. She's over here whimpering for some. So
Awesome.
my new cheese dog. The beer I'm gonna pair it with. This comes from Widowmaker Brewing Company out of Braintree, Massachusetts. This one's called Blue Comet. It is a New England IPA at 7.1% ABV, and they use Simcoe and Comet hops in this
Nice.
beer. I have not had this beer before. I wanted to get one I've never had for a New England IPA. And this one was brewed or canned on Thanksgiving anyway, so it's about a month and a half old.
Awesome.
Damn, they were working on Thanksgiving, huh?
Somebody was.
We were.
Is that
I don't know.
the,
We were. I was.
is that the Tiku glass?
Yeah, so this is a darker New England IPA for sure. Fairly tight, bubbled, frothy white head, and then it's kind of that like burnt orange coloration. I would call this one more hazy versus murky. I like murky. This is more of the haze. Plus, it's darker. You don't get a lot of darker New England IPAs. Sometimes you do.
Nice. That really looks nice though.
Yeah.
It's a nice looking beer. Cheers, man. Thanks, man.
So to clarify, that cheese is not made with vodka, right?
Not made with vodka, as far as I know.
All right. Cool.
vodka cheese. Oof.
Thanks, Bumpy. All right. So I've got my cheese, my beer. Let's go beer first. So this one from Jay Wakefield. I don't know why I can get these. It's like on the East Coast. But anyway, this is one from Jay Wakefield out of Miami, Florida. And it's a hazy IPA, is what they call it. It's Drink Champs. It's a 7%. And the date is old, man. It's like 9/18 or something. I can hardly read it. So it's about 3 months old or so, roughly. Let's pour it.
How about that sediment? Holy crap!
Oh, this looks cloudy, kind of like what more on the lines of what Bumpy was talking about. It's a little more potato white. It's got the nice white creamy head. It's just kind of a light orange or like a dirty lemon or something. I don't know what's going on. It's white though. It's got the potato-y kind of look. Hazy, can't see through it. Smells really good. It's got pineapples in it too. I forgot. And kind of get I'll get into that for sure. So the cheese I got is from Funny Farm. It says made with A2 milk. It's a goat cheddar cheese. It's very salty smelling. 100% Wisconsin cheese. Delicious, creamy, no goaty, twangy taste. So it's supposedly supposed to taste like a regular cow milk goat cheddar. Yeah, enzymes, non-animal. Got it over at my co-op where my wife works. It's like a big old hippie store. So they always have weird organic stuff. Oh, the cheese. Let me show you that. It's crumbly. It's kind of a crumbly cheese, but yeah, nice. It's not yellow. Cheddar is intended to be white, I think, at first, and they dye it up. So All right, so let's get back to East Coast LQ reviews.
So I'll start with the beer. This smells awesome. I'm getting that grapey, like grape skin, and then kind of I'm actually getting a lot of like guava, pineapple. I'm actually not getting much of like a floral, dank aroma, but I am getting a lot of like the citrusy, tropical aromas. Sweet malt. It smells very good. And I didn't mean to interrupt your beer, man, but I was pouring the rest of this and I noticed, look at the freaking sediment.
Oh wow, that was a lot there.
I think there's still a little bit more in the can. So when I do this lap watch, let me see if I can get it on the camera. Oh no, I think I probably knocked it all out. But yeah, lots of sediment. Probably not going to drink that though.
It's not bad for you.
Well, I know, but it's usually very, very bitter. No. But yeah, let's dive into this. Let's try this out. I'm pretty excited.
Cheers.
Right on. Cheers, man.
Cheers.
Ooh. Just when you thought Pulp Daddy couldn't get any better. Wow, that is really good. Definitely getting the white grape, but like I said, just like with the aroma, lots of tropical up front, guava, pineapple, mango, and then like citrus, grapefruit. The hops, the floral hoppy bitterness shines through on the finish. For an 8% beer, most of these beers, besides the gingerbread ale, the two that I've had, they're New England's, you can't taste that they're 8%. It's completely masked by the tropical juicy flavor. Very tasty. I could probably chug this. Now let's try this cheese. Pretty excited to try this cheese as well. I hope it's as good as the Kerrygold, the 2-year. Well, this is 1 year. See how this cheese is. Nutty, a little dry. This is very good too. I think I would say that Kerrygold's a little bit better. This is definitely really good though. Creamy. It's mild cheese. I think even growing up, I've always liked cheddar cheese. I'm actually starting to really like
Me too.
the aged ones. It's got a little bit different of a mouthfeel and texture to it, a little bit drier. Let's see. Let's do cheese first, and then the beer. Oh, aroma beer.
Nice, man.
Typical cheddar, nutty. Slightly kind of like a little bit of like an earthiness. Try it. Let's go for a cheese first, and then the beer.
Cheesers.
Cheesers.
Ooh, wow. That's actually really good. Right up front, I pick up that grape note on the beer, along with the cheese. Kind of kills off a little bit of the dryness from the cheese, which I kind of like. I don't like it to be too dry, but it definitely enhances the flavors of the cheese. This beer, I think, would go really good with a lot of different cheeses because of how good it is, and it's got that white grape note. I'm really enjoying this. Let's try. Let's do beer first and then cheese, because I know before I like to say, I like to wash down the cheese with my drink, but I think the last one I did, even though the Mad Elf, the beer cheese wasn't the best, it was a little bit better, I think, after the beer. So.
Nice. Cheesers.
Still a very good pairing, but I'm noticing a little bit of bitterness that you get from the New England IPA is kind of drawn out by the dryness of the cheese. I think when you do the cheese first and then the beer, the tropical citrusy flavor kind of drowns out that dryness. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit more palatable. I feel like it's a little. You pick up more of the bitterness from the beer with the cheese afterwards. So depending on what you want from a New England, usually with the New England, if I'm going more New England style, I want more of a juicy, tropical, citrusy palate rather than like a dry West Coast style. Um, Either way, really good. Depending on how you like it, depending on how you want to try it, I think both of these are really good. So, cheers.
Nice. Cheers, man. That was excellent.
Thank you.
Right on. Thank you, Tanner. All right, let's get Miscellaneous up here.
All right, so yeah, let's start with the beer. Yeah, nice. This looks like mango juice. Got some lacing, head still sticking around on the nose. Yeah, dude, it's definitely tropical. I get like what it says on here. It smells like papaya, peach. It's got like a nice orange citrus, like a pineapple going on. It's got a little bit of a dankness on the hops. 8.5% doesn't smell boozy at all. This smells fantastic. So far, it's living up to the hype. Cheers, guys.
Cheers,
Cheers.
man.
I like when I get a strong
Cheers.
the New England's.
The mouthfeel on that is crazy. It's like it's like light and velvety and almost like airy. Wow. All right.
What's the ABV on that Miscellaneous?
8.5.
Oh, there you go. So that's an imperial one too, huh?
Yeah. About medium body. Carbonation's pretty good on this. It's juicy up front. Yeah, dude. Definitely get that papaya, earthy note out of it. It's not really too bitter. I like it. It's kind of mellow and it fades through on the palate. Little drying on the finish. Wow. This beer tastes really good. I'm kind of I'm gonna have to get some more thoughts on it because I did hold out to try it with you guys, but they need to keep doing what they're doing if that's what they're working with. So yeah, we'll go for the Hawthorne Farms or Creek Gouda with the unpasteurized Jersey cow milk. Don't snort that. Yeah, it smelled. Yeah, it's like tangy, rich, nutty. Has a bit of a salinity type of nose on it. Smells great. You can definitely get that unpasteurized milk. It smells different than some of these other cheese. Smells great. Local Florida cheese. So yeah.
Cheesers.
I like the texture of this Gouda. It's been sitting out for about 20 minutes. And it's still pretty firm. You know what I mean? Creamy, breaks down fairly well. Not too bad. Doesn't like mush itself all up in the gums and everything. Yeah, creamy, tangy, definitely nutty for sure. Not as salty as I thought it was going to be. I think it's just right. It balances out. And there's a bit of a sweetness on the tail end. It actually comes together pretty well. I see why this cheese costs what it does. It's pretty damn good. All right. So, yeah, I'm going to go beer before cheese. Cheesers.
Cheesers.
I don't know about that one. Something with the hops, and I think the unpasteurized cheese gave me some kind of, it's like a funky barnyard type of thing. But did make it a little bit more aggressive, the bitterness, a little bit more aggressive. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking cheese before beer, right? Yeah. Probably going to work better.
And it's another Cheezers. Cheers, Prost, Slancha.
The cheese cut out every part of bitterness that was in this beer. And you're kind of left with just like the papaya, peach, like juice bomb, slight dankness on the finish. But like, is there, wow, that's a traumatic change from beer before cheese to cheese before beer. This is really good. I actually like the pairing. Like I said, it brings more of those fruits out, does bring down the bitterness. Didn't really do anything with the alcohol. I noticed sometimes too when you have the certain cheese with some of these IPAs, it makes them like it'll make the booze stand out a little bit more. Not on this one, but I'm happy. This is good. It's working.
Nice.
Cheers.
It's always good, man. Oh yeah. Cheers, dude. Thank you. All right. Let's get bumpy.
All right. Let's go with the beer first. This Blue Comet from Widowmaker. The aromas. It's pretty malt forward for the most part. It's very, it's got a sweet aroma, kind of like biscuit and caramel. There's an underlining kind of a citrus note in there. Like a little bit orange, combined with the way the malt's kind of coming off. It smells almost like orange soda. So
Wow. That sounds good.
Yeah, I would say the malt presence is more potent than the hops coming off from it. But yeah, all right. Anyways, cheers.
Cheers, man.
Cheers. I'm just going through this cheese.
This one seems to be on the lighter side of the body feel. May still be reaching a medium body, but it's definitely on the lower threshold of that. Carbonation's medium, slightly drying to the palate. White malt forward. This one is the biscuity, bready notes, kind of caramel sweet, kind of a citrusy, like orange slice, mixing in with once again with the malt notes, and it does kind of remind me a little bit of an orange soda, slightly.
Nice.
Maybe a little bit of an herbal zestiness on the tail end. Bitterness on this is really low. It's a very mild bitterness, and yeah, that's the beer.
Nice.
There's not a lot to it. The cheese. Initial smell of the cheese, it's got kind of that cheddar sharpness, kind of that cheddar bite, but it's very mild. A little bit of a nuttiness. Maybe that's coming from the Gruyere. That's that for the cheese. All right, let's eat the cheese now.
Nice Cheezers, man.
Yeah, dude.
It's a very soft, flimsy, flexy cheese. Melts in the mouth. Up front, getting a very mild cheddar. Very, very mild cheddar. And then there is that definite Gruyere flavor coming through. There is a bit of a nuttiness, almost a sour tone to it. I tell you, sit. There you go. All right. Yeah, it's a fairly mellow cheese, but it does have, like I said, kind of this mild cheddar, funk, sharpness, tang, whatever you want to call it, and then that kind of nuttiness, and it does kind of have like almost like a sour nut. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna do cheese and then beer. Mm-hmm.
Cheesers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Basically, what chewing the cheese and then eating the beer, it kind of takes away from the tangy cheddarness. I am left with that kind of the mixture of that kind of orange soda like uh, biscuity caramel malt with some of that kind of soured nut type note from the cheese, just blending in with the beer. It tastes okay that way. Uh, well, let's do the opposite. Cheers.
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 Ooh. So, eating the cheese after drinking the beer, it really picks up the kind of that tang out of the cheddar part of this cheese. It really amplifies that tanginess, um, and then it follows suit with a nutty finish, that kind of nutty sour type finish to it. But it does amplify the tangy cheddar notes a bit more. Um, it seems to blend fairly well with the cheese and beer together. Neither one really is overtaking the other one completely. So it is kind of doing this kind of blend together uh, thing. So uh, I'd say at least the pairing of these work. They do work together.
Nice. Good.
Cheerios.
Excellent, man. Right on, dude. Well, thanks, Bumpy. All right. Yeah, it sounded good. Cheers. All right. Let's do this, man. Let's get this beer going. So this one also kind of had some similar things to Bumpy's beer, but with pineapple instead of orange. There is um there is an herbaceous feel to it in the nose, like that herbal hoppy cone thing, the lupulin. Um, just a resinous kind of feel in the nose to it. But you get the pineapple coming through, but it also has an orange as well, more of like a sweet orange, a navel orange or something, seedless orange. It's very nice, citrusy. It's got a little pine kick in the back as well as grapefruit. Um, Very nice, good looking beer. I mean, it's definitely following suit with a New England style or a hazy. It's very nice. The head, well, I forgot to mention, I didn't. You guys saw it though. It's about a 2 finger head on the pour, and it's got good retention. It's sticking all around there. It's doing its thing. 7%, just just shy of the lowest end of an imperial. So I think it's a perfect weight of alcohol for this. I love a 7%. It's a it's I mean you can't see through it. It's cloudy. It's thick. It looks like potatoy kind of orange or pineapple. I guess pineapple would be the color. But yeah, you can't see through that. Medium rising bubble, white head, good retention. Let's drink it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers, beer man. Sounds good.
It's definitely smooth. It's a creamy mouthfeel. Pineapple's really kicking through. After 3 months, it's still been able to kind of pull through some stuff. I'd love to try this fresh. It does have a chalky finish, a chalky chalk tongue, somewhat dry. The mouth the body is kind of a medium body. Kind of it is. It's got a candied pineapple, like a candied kind of a real light caramel candy kind of thing of pineapple and caramels, caramel malts, whatever they were using in this. It's just got like slight honey kind of feature in there as well. It's just real sweet. It's got that tropical pineapple's really coming through real well. Grapefruit's in there, a little orange in the flavor as well. It's definitely flavorful and aromatic as far as like, late edition hops, this, that, per style. It's playing its part very well. Low bitterness for sure. It's very nice. I mean, I'm really impressed after 3 months. I mean, sometimes you start to see the breakdown of the hops. I mean, this is real nice. It's got a milky, lactose, thick kind of body sweetness. They didn't say they had lactose in this, but I mean, this is nice, man. I like this a lot. Berries coming out of it. It's a little berry, like a melon, like a cantaloupe melon or something. All right, so the cheese is crumbly. Very crumbly. Like I barely
Wow,
it.
that is
It
brittle.
just popped. Very brittle. Good word. Yeah. So let's get into the nose on that. Salty, creamy, unpasteurized kind of feel to it. It smells raw. It's goat milk. It doesn't have the goat milk smell though. It doesn't have that goaty.
It's missing the goat.
Yeah, it smells like a cheddar, and they weren't lying about that. So let's get into taste here, cheesers. Oh, it's a dry cheese, very dry. It says it in the crumble. It's very dry. Like it's making me want to drink something
There you go.
fast. So that's a good
Drink
thing.
that beer.
No goat, nothing like that. It tastes definitely has that unpasteurized taste as well. Just that unclean feel, like that natural yumminess that you want to taste. Don't boil that shit. Fucking taste it. Take it right out the teat and taste it. That's what this is like. It does have a slight. Oh, Anunnaki, man. Thank you, man. Cheers to you. It has a slight, like cow milk, like the canned milk of cow milk, but it's goat. It does have that goaty kind of. There is a slight pinch of it, but it's very, very muted. Very muted. It's salty. It's got a slight sweetness to it, a slight nuttiness even in there. It's very interesting. All right, let's taste the cheese before beer. It's gonna take a while to chew this because it's so dry. Yeah, you get that earthy, goat milky kind of feel on the palate as you're chunking it up in your mouth. It's good. This is a good cheese. Really good cheese. I just bit my tongue. That hurt. Ouch. Fuck, that hurt. All right. Any man that doesn't cheers to the beer. Cheers to you, brother. All right.
That's getting that dude in the chat.
Oh, this is good. This is real good mixed together, man. That salty, dry feeling, the texture of the cheese wants to be rinsed down, And then you get this nice, flavorful, aromatic freaking IPA. It's so... There's a bitterness. I kind of wish I would have wanted maybe a Western, like a West Coast IPA or something like that, with a little more like a bitter kick in the back to kind of break it down. But it's not. It does work really well with just the flavoring of this beer. The wetness of the beer kind of overpowers the dryness and takes it down. Lets you still taste the that unpasteurized feel, that goaty kind of that cheddary saltiness. The saltiness is washed away. It's really nice, thirst quenching. It makes this beer really nice. All right, let's go for beer with before cheese.
dryness can overpower, huh?
Nah, cheese before beer.
Yeah.
Although the pineapple comes through on the beer, which is really interesting. Pineapple comes out a little more. There's actually some other things I can't think of right now. Some tropical notes coming out, some tropical fruit really bursts through this saltiness. So it's kind of good both ways. Hey, all right. No, it's good both ways. I like it. Good choice though. Yeah, I recommend this for sure. All right, let's get Tanner back up here.
So
Go ahead and shout. Go ahead and do your thing, and then we'll shout after. Yeah. That works.
so rating and then shout outs or just
we'll
rating.
shout on the panel. We'll bring up the panel and do shout outs. Yeah, it works.
So my overall thoughts on the pairing, 2 thumbs up. So I believe Miscellaneous pointed out something with his beer. He said peach. I kind of started to pick up a little bit of that peach, and I'm getting some of the peach, and also the white grape actually adds a little bit of like a sourness to that collabs with a little bit of like a tanginess from the cheese, which actually works very well together. And I do think, like I was saying before, definitely cheese first, because the drying aspect of the cheese needs to be washed down by the beer. But overall, very good. Like I said, either way, if you want a little bit more of a bitterness, a little bit more of a dry mouthfeel on the finish, do the beer first. Either way, both of them are great. The cheese, very good. I'm gonna give this I'll give it like a 93. And I'm using that in comparison to the Kerrygold, the 2-year age. That was like I think I almost ate almost 3/4 of a block when I did that video with you guys. I ate a lot. I ate a lot of this too. I ate almost half of this one. But I feel like the Kerrygold would probably go very, very, very well with this. Like that would be like a perfect pairing. That Kerrygold Reserve Cheddar, the 2-year age. I think that would be awesome with this. That white grape note kind of adds a little bit of like a sour kind of tart finish, and then a little bit of like the tanginess from the aged cheddars really adds to this. The cheese. What I say? Cheese 93. Cheese 93. The beer. This beer is really good. I thought the Pulp Daddy was awesome. I like this. I like that little bit of that white grape. I like a little bit of that like tart note. That little bit of that sour note that I get on the finish with this just really enhances the beer. I'm gonna give this beer like a 90. I'll give it like a 98. It's almost perfect. If it wasn't so damn expensive, $17 for a 4-pack. So yeah, 98. If it was like 14, I'd probably give it like 100. World class beer. 8% though, you can't taste that ABV. I don't know if you guys noticed, I poured up another one. Because I'm probably gonna be. I might actually drink the third one tonight and then save the other one for review, or I might even just buy another 4-pack because this is really good. I'm a big fan of New England IPAs. I was actually really excited that you were doing New England IPAs tonight. I really like them. Besides milkshake IPAs, I think
Wait for the next one.
Top. But don't get me wrong. I love going back to the nice West Coast. I love going back to a nice bitter, hoppy, floral, dry beer with those citrusy notes. But I just love the juicy tropical flavor that you get with New England IPAs. But yeah, the rating for the pairing, that's a tough one. I'm gonna give this I'd say I'm gonna give this one a 97, and I think with the reserve cheddar, that's like a 99. If I had the reserve cheddar with this beer, I think that would be like a 99. I'm gonna give this a 97. If you guys have the Nelson Pulp Daddy, just grab like an aged sharp cheddar and try it out. I think you guys will be mind blown. It works very well together, very well. You might have to stop yourself from drinking too much beer and eating too much cheese because of how
it goes so well, dude. I love cheddar and IPAs.
It does go very well.
Yeah. Thanks, Tanner. Right on,
Yeah,
man.
no problem,
Good
man.
scores.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for being here. Cheers. All right, miscellaneous.
I tell you what, I've had enough cheese. I ate about half of that.
Just stop yourself, right?
It's good. Yeah, so the Hawthorne Creek Gouda, it's pretty good. Like I said, sometimes you get those plain Goudas and they can be, or I don't mean plain, but like a non-smoked Gouda or whatever. And sometimes they can be real mellow. And this one is bringing it. Like I said, it's tangy, it's rich, it's creamy. You get that unpasteurized milk thing going with it. It's that little sweetness on the tail end. It's really good. I think like if you made like mac and cheese or you had like that on a burger, something like that, or like that on a grilled cheese with bacon, it might be good. But yeah, really good. Is it worth the $13.20 for 0.44 of a pound? It's a little spendy. That's about the only thing I can say about it to knock it. Is it is a little spendy, but overall it's good. I'd score that at probably like a 96. That's one of the better regular non-smoke Goudas that I've had. All right. Yeah, I'll get to that in the pairing. So for the COA, the Mega from Modest Man, I really like this beer. Now that it's warmed up a little bit, there is a little bit more bitterness coming out. You're getting a little bit more hoppy. Just the bittering hops coming out just a little bit more, but it's still not overwhelming. Very, very good. Like I said, the flavor profile and the nose were off the charts. Like I said, papaya, peach, like I was getting a citrusy orange. I pick a little bit of grapefruit out of it now. Pineapple was one that I was hitting on. And they pretty much shine through on the flavors as well. Mouthfeel, light, springy. I don't know if springy is the right word. They use the word feathery, so I'm going to go with that. Feathery mouthfeel. Yeah, just soft. Very soft mouthfeel. Easy drinking beer, 8.5%. It's fantastic. Thank you again, Bumpy. Mark this one off of the checklist now. And I do. I believe this lives up to the hype. I'd probably score this. I'm going to score it at a 96 out of 100. It's very good. The only reason last night got one more is because it was 10.5 and it wasn't boozy at all. It's the only reason it got the point. But this is really good. And it tastes fresh. So, yeah. Going together, like I said, definitely cheese before beer. I did pick up this weird vegetal note when I had the cheese and then I drank the beer and I clenched my tongue to the top of my palate. And I was getting this like green onion chive type of vegetal note, which I mean wasn't off-putting. And it only happened when I did that. That's kind of how it went when I tried the beer before the cheese. And I was like, ooh, what is that? But yeah, like I said, cheese before the beer did knock down almost all of the bitterness on this beer, brought the fruit up more forward, just like a complete juice bomb with some dankness on the tail end and a moderate bitterness riding in. Fantastic. Like I said, if you can get over that like that green onion chive type of thing, which I think actually works with the cheese, it's good. I'd probably put it at around, I think I'm going to go 90, 96 on the pairing too. I don't know if I went 96 across the board, but
It's great.
It's very good.
Very nice, man.
Hell
yeah, dude. It's almost done. That last swig. Well, thanks, Miscellaneous, man. There's some good scores there. Some good. It sounded great. Both of you guys so far. Cool, man. Let's get Bumpy up here. All right.
Hey,
right.
whoa, you quiet down in there.
So this is why I've been muted most of the show. So sorry I couldn't say cheers to everybody. Every time I went to drink. But yeah, this beer, the Blue Comet here from Widowmaker, not one of the better New England IPAs I've had. I'm gonna score this at an 86 out of 100.
I knew there wasn't a big score coming that one.
Mm.
You looked disappointed when you poured it.
Mm. Yeah, the look alone wasn't good, and it is very kind of one-sided, and it's just some of the flavors in there just don't really seem to belong in the New England IPA. The cheese, the cheddar Gruyere from Finlandia, it's an interesting blend of cheese. My cheddars, when I eat a cheddar, I like the really sharp cheddars, the ones that have been aged for like years. So it being a kind of a mild cheddar, Gruyere is an okay type of cheese for me, but it's it's kind of that nuttiness and whatnot.
It wasn't
It wasn't.
funky at all, right?
It
A couple of Gruyere, some of the Gruyères I had were kind of funky sweet.
it was nutty. It just had that nutty and kind of it was like a sour nut type flavor coming out of the Gruyere portion. The cheddar was that kind of mild, tangy cheddar. So blended together, it was all right. I'm gonna give it a 90 out of 100 for the cheese. One that I wouldn't mind eating. I mean, if it's there on a cheese tablet or whatever you want to call it, then that's my faucet going.
Oh, all right.
It's a party. It's Tuesday.
Hell yeah, dude.
So,
There was like a gas leak.
yeah.
No
gas leak.
Get out of the house.
But yeah, I mean, it's one of those ones where it's like I wouldn't go and buy it if I was going to try to wow people with like cheeses and stuff. Like this one that could go well with cheese and crackers, but there's so many other cheeses I'd much rather purchase than this one. But if it was there, if somebody had it, it's something I can definitely eat. It's not disgusting. There's just more plentiful flavored cheeses out there. So, like I said, 90 out of 100 with the cheese. As far as the pairing went, they went together fairly well. Like I said, both of them, neither one of them was like overtaking the other, either the beer or the cheese. The beer a little bit one-sided, kind of on the sweeter end with that kind of biscuit and caramel type notes, and then that citrus kind of coming in, making it taste a bit like orange soda slightly. But still allowing that kind of nutty sourness to come through from the cheese either way. And then also the beer kind of amplified at one point doing the cheese after drinking with amplifying that kind of tangy sharpness from the cheddar portion of the Gruyere cheddar mix. So I'm just going to say it worked well as a pairing.
Excellent. Nice, man. Good enough.
Yeah,
Sure.
that's good enough.
Yeah. No, I mean it worked enough. It was in the B range, so we're good there.
It's
it
definitely wasn't like last week's pairing for me.
Yeah, nice. Hey, man. Live and learn. Well, man, Dave, great honest review, man. Cheers, Bumpy.
Cheers.
Right on. Cheers, man. Thank you. All right, man. So this beer, I'm actually sitting at it, looking at it, just going, wow. It's not bad, it really is not bad. I think the wow factor is coming from the 3 months old thing. I know I'm getting a little picky here, a little snobby, but I mean, really, hops do break down after time. But it's really kept its herbaceous kind of herbally kind of hop coney lupulus like thing going there, with that spice, and then the pineapple kicks in with like even there's some like like grape soda flavor, grape juice. There's like a sweet grape thing going on as well. I think it's as it warms, I started getting more things. But it's just the orange, the pineapple. It's got a smooth texture to the mouthfeel. The body's nice and medium. The finish is really nice. It did have a chalky thing, but I mean, I think most of these do. A lot of them end up having kind of a chalky feel to them. But very good, flavorful, and aromatic beer. Just very good, and I liked it. I'm gonna give this a 95 out of 100. I think even at this stage, it is a 95. I think it could go a little higher, even at the top range there. I probably should go 93. I'll stick at 95 though. But I don't know. It's gotten some bad, not bad, but like lower ratings, of course, on Untapped and all these other places. So, but I mean, I found it being quite good. Maybe I need to taste more of these hazies or New Englands, man. It's one of my go-tos. So I don't really. It's just good. It's good beer. So, the cheese was nice and salty and sweet and balanced and had a nice creamy unpasteurized feel to it. I think the cheese brought out that grape thing. I was munching on it while I was listening to you guys. Had a little sip here. The beer is about maybe 50 degrees right now. It's been sitting out. But as it warmed up, the cheese beer kind of mixture got real well. The cheese, though, I'll give that. It's a very interesting cheese, a very interesting cheddar with the goat. I'm going to give it a 96. So you can kind of see where my blend's going here, my total score. It's definitely A range. The mixture, the cheese before beer was absolutely wonderful. The cheese was so dry that I needed to have something to wet it. I needed to have some flavor to add to it. I needed to have some feel to it, I wouldn't have minded having the bittering of a West Coast IPA to kind of break it down a little more, as it got a little like cocky on the back. I don't know. I'm kind of looking at some words here in my head. That's the first thing that came out of my fucking head. But like smothery or weird, like it starts putting this cakiness in the back of your throat as it's drying on your palate, and you're like wanting something to drink down. And the flavors of the pineapple, the flavors of the orange, the smoothness of the texture of the beer was really nice. It just kind of like was a juice bomb all the way like through. And it like smothered the fire. It smothered the dryness. So it was really nice. The cheese and beer mixture, cheese before beer is what I would go with. Beer before cheese was good too. It actually it went both ways, like I was saying. I can't really remember what it was like beer before cheese though. I forgot, dude.
You gotta do it again.
I'm gonna have to. Yeah.
I think you said the cheese was a little too dry.
A little dry, but it let through the pineapple more. That's what it was. The pineapple started to come through, and this does have some crystallization in the cheese with that crystal feel, that nice, like you're popping on stuff. I love it, like pop rock kind of feel. That's really nice. Very good. Check out a goat cheddar cheese, man. Seriously. Hey, what's up, Toby? How you doing? This is Sea Life. Cheers. Very good though. The mixture on both ends, I'll give it a 98. I thought it was wonderful. I thought it was a great mixture. That saltiness works really well with IPAs. The and just the breakdown of both on both ends, before and after, beer before cheese, cheese before beer, just a very nice mixture. So 98, it deserves that. This was a really good thing here, man. I almost want to try a regular goat cheese, like a tube, a honey one or something with a New England one time. I'm gonna have to try that out. Oh, I'm getting pineapple more and more as that cheese kind of. Anyway, let's bring up the full panel here. I'll just leave it where it's at. It looks like
That worked out.
Go ahead and shout yourselves out and tell everyone what you're all about.
The party's over.
Party's over.
Getting started anyway.
Getting started. Yeah.
All right. So shout out to Beerman and Bumpy for pretty much inviting me into the community. And Miscellaneous, hanging out off air sometimes, right before the shows. So, like I said, definitely appreciate you guys and invite me into the community you guys have. It's awesome. So, shout out to you guys. I'll let you guys shout out your own channels. Um, Me, I do reviews. I've been doing a lot of beer reviews. I got some whiskey reviews that I need to get done. Um, Other stuff too. It's a liquor channel, so I do vodka, um, done brandy, maybe even a rum here or there. I want to start opening up into doing like tequila and even gin, because I know Bumpy's a fan of gin. So maybe Bumpy can recommend some good gins that I could review. I've done, like I said, I've done some vodka and some wine. So I pretty much, like I said, I do at least like 4 or 5 videos a week, reviews. I got a cigar box, a Purito box that I've been doing a little bit of a live stream with. So I entered a raffle at the Bourbon Junkies, and I got that cigar box in the mail. So I'm going to be doing some live streams with those, trying out the different cigars. The Purito box comes with 4 different cigars. Each cigar has a single tobacco, and then each 4 of those tobaccos make up the finalized the final product, and then that's the big cigar. So there'll be like 5 parts to that. I don't smoke cigars too often, so that might be like a month, 2 months in. Um, Tomorrow, sometimes I do like random live streams, hangouts. If anybody wants to join, um, pop in, hang out with me. Sometimes I have a topic, sometimes I don't. Shout out to Ron Terrio for teaching me a bunch about beer. I've actually been watching Beer Man and Bumpy's channel. You guys also are very knowledgeable about beer. I'm sure Miscellaneous is as well. I'm sure this guy knows a good amount of beer, about beer himself. Um, but yeah, shout out to you guys. Thanks for having me. This is awesome. I think I'm starting to like the cheddars. That beer and cheese, Mad Elf beer cheese was not the way to go. I don't know why. It was just a texture thing for me. It was odd. It was definitely an odd cheese, and I just didn't enjoy it. But the beer itself, the Mad Elf beer, was very good. And that's kind of how it goes. Sometimes you'll find cheese that's good, you'll find beer that's good, and sometimes you'll find cheese that sucks, and sometimes you'll find beer that sucks. So with my channel, it's not necessarily like, oh, let me make a YouTube channel to get monetized and do all this and that. It's a hobby of mine. So I like to put out reviews, let you guys know. I honestly like too much. My brother has said to me before, he's like, oh, you like too many things. I can't take your opinion. But even with my opinion aside, I like to say, um, if you like this, then you'll like this. If you don't like this, then you won't like this. So that's just how I do it with my channel. And yeah, cheers, beer man. Thanks for having me.
Cheers, man.
Everybody else on the panel. It's been a fun couple of weeks hanging out with you guys. Definitely enjoyed it.
Yeah, please come around more.
Yeah,
It's
for
good
sure.
having you.
I'll be here for a while.
Cool.
Yeah,
Cheers,
thanks for joining up with our crew, Tanner.
Yeah,
No problem.
definitely.
Thanks for having me.
Cute dog. Ah,
All right. So yeah, I guess for me, Thursday night beer session that's going to happen this week. Got some new products in the fridge ready to review. So yeah, it'll be 3 to 4 depending on ABV. Other than that, I guess I'll shout Eric out. Thomas Metal 75, aka Massachusetts Beer Reviews, is Wildcard Wednesdays tomorrow at 7:20 or no 7:30 Eastern. And then right after that show, there's going to be a beer examination over at Georgia Beer Reviews, John and Ellie's channel. Imperial Stout. Him and Mark Kormroff are going to be there, just wide open, just bringing Imperial Stout. It doesn't have to be barrel aged, could be whatever. Just got to hit that Imperial mark. And also for John and Ellie, we'll go ahead and shout out Stout Sunday. That's going to be 10:30 a.m. Eastern on his channel, as far as I know. So yeah, get your stouts and porters on before football. Me and Bumpy will be working. So, man,
Yeah, I'll be working too.
all you shit beer man, you got Sunday off and you.
Staring at a wall. I'll be working actually in my brewery.
There you go.
Yeah, I work every
So
Saturday and Sunday.
that's it, guys.
No, Wednesdays and Thursdays are my days off. So that's
Wednesdays,
my Saturday.
Thursdays.
Sunday is Wednesday and Thursday.
Cool. Good deal.
Mine too.
All right. Well, Bumpy, what do you have to say?
Let's go with the 50-point inspection videos coming out Wednesdays, Fridays. So check those out. And then oh boy, I'm bringing it back.
Bring it back.
On Monday is new brew. It's my new live stream. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the start of the show on my channel, Bumpy Brewery. And just bring a new beer that you've never had before. Join up a panel and have a good time. It's not a very difficult show to do. Mostly just hanging out, drinking, chatting. You talk about your beer if you so choose to, and if you can get a chance to pipe in on it. And I might throw out some questions here and there, and even the chat's been chiming in with some questions, which has been awesome. I think Tommy Carroll had a few.
I hope you don't mind my questions, Bumpy.
Oh no, yeah, and Tanner has some questions too that he likes to throw out. That's awesome. I like that because like I don't plan any questions before the show, so I go in there like I don't know what the hell I'm going to do.
Going blind.
Going in blind.
I like that show.
Sometimes it's just I'll come up with something based off of my experience of purchasing a beer, or I'll see something that's happening on panel and I might sum up a question with that. But other than that, we got Alex's Food Friday. It's going to be meatball. He called them meatball sandwiches. I think most of the time you're gonna have a meatball sub, but So that's what his Food Friday is. That's at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday there, and on Alex the Beer Master. And who knows? Maybe Sutton will show up and he'll be boiling some meatballs in a pot.
Stirring that pot again. Yeah.
Funny. Yeah, that was quite a show.
Yeah. Well, thanks for doing this show once again. I always look forward to beer and cheese Tuesday.
Yeah,
I got extra stuff before the show.
Having
So I was just like, oh
no. Oh no, you're fine. Well, cool. Thanks, guys. All right. So Tuesday. So next week, tomorrow, we'll start with Wednesday. Tomorrow will be our first barley wine of choice. I don't care what it is, English style, English pushing, or American pushing style on that, whatever the hell I just said right now. Bring it. And even there is a one, I don't want to say it out loud, so I'm not going to say it. But if there is even a cuvee style or something that has barley wine in it, I'd be acceptable towards that as well. So, so, and then next Tuesday now is going to be, you guys are going to probably laugh and laugh wholeheartedly. Hopefully you can get them. But it would be a West Coast IPA this time. So we're going to go, is that cool? All right. So we're going to go West Coast. That means a clear, a nice clear beer. No haze.
All the cheeses I have go with IPA. So
good. Save some money, guys. Use the same cheese. Let me block Mr. Jesse Tilley. What the fuck is that? Freaking computer bot guy. But West Coast IPA. I think we'll stick with kind of the IPA kind of thing. Well, I don't think we'll be able to. Milkshake IPA is really hard to find, and it might even push into like a pureed sour here soon too. So I'm kind of wanting to go into the goat cheese side of it again and see how that all is. We all know how that is, but I don't know if Tanner's had that yet, so that might be fun for him. So yeah, get a West Coast IPA for sure. Of course, think cheddar, Gouda, or Gruyere, somewhere in that lines. Look it up, Google it and figure it out for yourself. If you guys want to be here, that'll be an easy one. Come on, bring in West Coast IPA. I know it's easy for me. But next week, or this week coming up, as far as everything else, just look out for videos. I throw up random shit, and like the last one was like, I don't know, and that's pretty much where that goes. But yeah, great show tonight, great chat. I really enjoy everything. I always like this show too. I think it's fun. It's been going on for about 2 years now, so a little over going into the over mark. But yeah, thanks guys, and cheers to the chat. Cheers to you guys, and we're out of here, man. Let's throw that out. Let's get that outro. Cheers.